Hello, friends. I'm coming today with another video. I'm coming to you today with another video. I've been struggling with going back and forth with myself and who I truly want to be. Now, I've been here before, but it's different. My mind is different, and I have changed in a positive way. There are positive reinforcements that I have that I didn't have in the past that don't make this, what I'm dealing with, the same. In the past, I've been in what I would call a loop of just repeating old patterns and letting old habits in. Now, that has happened again. I fell to my knees. I kind of felt like I didn't fight as much as I should have for what I was starting to create. But this time I'm determined to not let it go. I'm determined to not let what I want for my future go. Like I said, it's not the same as it was. Like back then in the past, I would repeat myself, I would go back to bad habits, but I would fully give up. But I'm not willing to do that anymore. I contemplated on even making this video because, like I said, I'm still in that moment, in that mode where I'm still indulging in negative things. But I didn't want to make the excuse to not keep going. I don't want to miss another week. I've already missed a full day of doing the things that I want to do on a daily basis because I wasn't in my mind. And even the day before, I missed one of those things on my list that I wanted to do. And it has been kind of convoluted and jumbled in a sense. But like I said, it's kind of, when you learn something and when you really learn something, it's kind of hard to push that away. It's kind of hard to let it fully go. And like I said, I'm just not in a place anymore where I'm willing to let weeks or months go by where I just stay down. I want to continue to grow and be strong. And even right now, even as much as it kind of sucks, as much as I don't even feel like, I'm in a spot where I can. I mean, this is proof right here that I can. Like earlier, man, I was just sitting watching Naruto. And I mean, I really enjoy Naruto. Like he just, like, I feel like that's the type of dude that I aspire to be. Like he's just, he cares about his friends. He keeps pushing. No matter what gets in his way. And it definitely inspires. That's for sure. It definitely inspires. But like I was sitting there watching it, and just like I wasn't gonna, play the piano or read or, do the things that I do. But again, I'm not in a place where I want to continue to dive deeper into a hole, to a pit. This is one of the videos where I just gotta let it out, let out what I'm thinking, what I'm dealing with, and really be true. This video was going to be about how you will own nothing. I think next week that'll be that video, but I had to come here and really just speak about what I'm really going through. So, like I said, I'm not I understand that God has a plan for me. I don't really understand it or know what it is. I know that I'm meant to create and make music, whatever else that entails, whatever else is in the future. It excites me. You know, even now that I've, like I said, I fell again into this pit of, you know, doing the same things over and over again. But I'm still excited. You know, I can't see it, but I have faith. And I think that's one thing that's helping me to drive and push right now. Is just like I have faith. Like I'm learning the piano right now. I've just started doing this new thing, weekly thing, and I'm noticing that I'm getting better, right? And I think it was 2 days ago. Like I said, I was in a mode where I was like, I don't want to play the piano, or not that I didn't want to. I wasn't in the right headspace to want to do so. But I got up and I did it anyways, and and doing that, like I literally just started crying. It was like just I think actually seeing the process of that day that I didn't play it all, and then coming back and still seeing how much progress that I can make kind of helped me to want to continue going. Because like, bro, it's like you're making progress. So like, I know sometimes I can get into a space where I don't really see the progress. I don't see it. I don't see the fruits. But just that, and just seeing how I'm able to actually get better, like, all the weeks before that I've been playing, and then I'm like, oh wait, I actually am getting better. It's just it's one of those things to help me to keep going, just like, and it also helps to kind of fortify my mind and just knowing what I truly want. Like, I don't want to be sitting around doing nothing. Like, it's boring. I want, like, it's kind of hard to deny that there's something more important for my life than sitting around and watching Naruto for 5 hours. Now, I'm not saying that watching Naruto is a bad thing, because I mean during COVID, bro, I spammed it. I'm not gonna lie, but like I said, times are just different, and it's just I'm getting to a point of understanding. It was like I have an idea of what I want, and I shouldn't let that idea go. I shouldn't let what might happen today, or I shouldn't let what happened yesterday determine how my future will go. Yeah, I could die today, and that's another reason too, where it's like, nah, I want to continue to push, even if it's in small increments. Like usually I stretch, and I didn't stretch yesterday, and like I said, I got to a point where I wasn't really doing everything that I needed to do um, for this week, but the week is not over. I'm not dead. The only thing I can do is do what I can, and like I know that things aren't going to magically be exactly where I want them to be again because of the mistakes I've been making. But I want to keep going. I think it's very important to just keep pushing. I can't let things get in the way of my greatness. I think I've kind of changed my mind of thinking, oh, I want to be great. No, I am great. I'm great. I'm strong. I'm ready. Even if I'm really not, I don't really feel like I'm ready, if that makes sense. But I kind of think in this world, it's some things you just never ready for. But you gotta try. No matter how hard it is, no matter how much pain it might bring you, no matter what the circumstances look like, you just gotta try and trust yourself. Even if you, like, I genuinely thought that I wasn't going to be able to trust myself again after going back to those same negative things. But I know also that God is helping me and pushing me as well. Like I still do trust myself. I mean, all I got is myself, so I think there's no reason for me to beat myself up about, negative things that I've been doing, and to just learn to move past it, learn to understand that it's okay. You're like, I'm going to make mistakes, and I'm going to continue to make mistakes, and I'm never going to ever stop making mistakes. And to even think about in the future, I shouldn't think about it in the future, but like in the future, there could be mistakes or things I do that are even worse than just what I'm doing to myself. It could potentially be influencing others. But I think now is the time to really just be kind to myself and not beat myself up, and understand that things are okay. Even if they're not fully where I want them to be right now in this very moment, I'll get back there and I'll get stronger. I think for me right now, I'm really just finding out who I want to be. Who do I want to live with? Like, who's the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with? Because at the end of the day, when I come home, it's just me in my mind. So what type of person do I want to be? Who do I want to live with on a daily basis? And where do I want to go? And I know where I want to go. I can't fully see it, but I know that great things are ahead. And I truly do believe that in my heart. And I think that's another reason too why I'm able to just kind of keep pushing, even if it's, like I said, bit by bit. It's not perfect. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like I really am. Sometimes I think in my mind, I'm like, you're not doing anything. Like, you keep making mistakes. Like, you're not where you need to be. You keep going back to old things. You're not someone that you want to be. But at the end of the day, those are all just thoughts. And I'm doing my best as well to, those negative thoughts that come about, they're not real anyways. The reality of it is that my actions are the only thing that are real. What I do physically in this realm is what matters. Now, obviously, the thoughts that you let into your mind, you can't necessarily control your thoughts, but it's the thinking afterwards. Let's say you think about, let's say you have a thought that pops up that says you're not good enough, right? Well, what I've been trying to do is just let that thought flow and understand that it's not a part of me, and know that that thought is not real. Like, I can't necessarily control that initial thought, but I can control everything afterwards. I can continue to prove to myself what is me through my actions, and that builds confidence in myself. But yeah, this was just a video about me just kind of letting it out. Better times are ahead, so I just have to keep fighting and continue to show up, even if it's bit by bit, even if I have to crawl. I want to continue to try to show up as much as humanly possible. Like, I want to be consistent every single day. And like I said, this past week, I have not been doing that, which really sucks. And I kind of, like I said, thoughts might spool up about me, like thinking to myself, you're missing a day, you're missing 2 days, like you're You'll never be a great if you miss a day or this and that. I don't believe that's true. I think I'm human. Like I missed a day, I missed two. It sucks, right? But I think I also need to just understand that I can't be looking at other people's journeys. I can't be looking at other people who have truly been successful at not missing a single day, and not, I wouldn't say being perfect, but pushing through no matter what. But also understanding as well that I can do that as well. Like it's not something that only, you could say, the greatest human beings on the planet could only do. Like, but again, I see myself as great as well, so I know that it is something that I can accomplish. I can be consistent, but it's just about watching out for patterns and genuinely fighting like hell to continue to do those things on a daily basis. You know, it does, I wouldn't say worry me, but it definitely is a thought that it's like, but will I be able to? But I really got to push that away. It can be a strong one. I get to think about my past and what's happened then, but again, I'm not that person anymore, and all I have is today. So I can choose. I have the opportunity to choose how my day will end. I will be better, and I will continue to grow, and I will continue to show up.